The DAISY Consortium is a international non-for-profit organization that was started a little more than a decade ago, consisting primarily of libraries and similar agencies that provide information to the print-disabled population. So what we've done during the last 10 years is to bring forward an international standard for the digital talking book, also often referred to as the DAISY book. And this has been, in the information access technology industry, a big revolution. It's been described as one of the most successful information access technologies in modern time. So what we have today in DAISY is an international network, an infrastructure of almost 100 organizations today that all base their accessible information provision on the DAISY standard.
Okay, great. So what exactly are we announcing today? What is the big announcement we're making?
Well, so we are going to be kicking off a partnership with DAISY, where we will be converting our new open document standard, OpenXML, to the DAISY intermediate, being DAISY XML. So we are going to, on SourceForge, launch a project starting today that will provide guidance on all the development we'll be doing. And this will be a free plugin that's available for Word 2003, XP, and 2007. And because it's on SourceForge, other people will be able to use this as a reference for their projects that they may want to do as well.
Yeah. So who does this technology really help?
Yeah, so I think it helps the print disability community, and that community spawns a lot of things. I don't know if you want to talk to that, Marcus.
Yeah, print disability is a complicated term, and what you really mean by it varies a bit among cultures and legislations, but typically you include people that are blind, low vision, dyslexic, cognitive disabilities, and learning disabilities in that group.
And you start to think about who this can help. I mean, you have the blind, which is very obvious, and we think about the DAISY Talking Book, which is by far the most popular application of this, but you also have things like Braille and structured text. And then you also move into groups, especially in developing countries, around things like illiteracy. And any time that you can combine this sort of text with an audio playback, and because DAISY has players in languages all around the world, the aid to these sorts of populations can be incredible.
So basically what we are announcing is a way to take our OpenXML standard and have a converter for that, so it actually totally interacts with all the software and projects that the DAISY consortium has.
Right.
And that's
absolutely
really cool.
And what's really great about this is because we're putting it into Word, one of the challenges that DAISY faces today is that the cost of production can be prohibitively high. Moving this sort of technology into Word in a structure that is something that people are familiar with. So today you save as a DOC or DOCX, now you'll be able to save as DAISY. So it's a concept that's much simpler and makes the production of this material much easier.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Okay, so what are the benefits of the partnership?
Well, for us, it's, as Reed mentioned, one of the major obstacles that the providers of this kind of information have today is cost, right? The demand is much higher than the supply rate has been all over the world. This holds true in developing and developed countries. So what we want to see and what we need more of in order to increase productivity is exactly this kind of event where you see a simplification of the production process being brought into general packages like Office.
Yeah.
So from our perspective, we're very happy about this, of course, and we're also hoping that it sets a precedent that other vendors in the same situation as Microsoft will follow suit and do the same thing. Do a thing that makes a lot of sense, both from a business and a democracy perspective.
Yeah, so Reed, basically because you are publishing this on SoundForge, other vendors can easily pick up the work you're doing there and see what we're doing to actually help the DAISY consortium, right?
Yeah, and so the benefits for us are manifold, right? I mean, we have our new open document standard, and this is the kind of great work that we can do, and this is going to serve as a great reference for other people that want to be able to take advantage of this interoperability. But it also demonstrates the commitment that Microsoft has to accessibility, and I think you'll see it with SharePoint announcements we've done around the SharePoint toolkits that are open, the new UIA partnership with Novell, and now this with Daisy. Moving towards this open source world with accessibility is something that we'll definitely be doing more of in the future. So.
Great. So in closing, what are websites that we can point people to if they want more information?
Absolutely. Daisy.org is the homepage for the Daisy Consortium. You can get lots of background on the history, on the files, on the tools they have available today. If you go up to SourceForge later today, you'll actually be sourceforge.net. You'll be able to pull up the information on the project. And then just for general accessibility reading, Microsoft.com/enable is a great site to go up, get a background on legislation, basic disabilities, and all sorts of things so that you can learn more about this.
Great. Well, thank you very much for your time for this interview, and well, good luck with the whole partnership.
Thank you very much.